Picture this: late 19th century Africa, where one of the most remarkable yet forgotten stories of resistance against colonial power unfolded. Today, I'm going to tell you about King Behanzin, the legendary ruler of Dahomey who dared to stand against the mighty British Empire. Known as the King Shark and the last independent ruler of Dahomey, modern-day Benin, Behanzin wasn't your typical monarch. When he ascended to the throne in 1889, he inherited one of the most powerful kingdoms in West Africa, complete with an elite force of female warriors that would later inspire the Dora Milaje and Black Panther. But here's where it gets interesting. While other African kingdoms were falling to European powers like dominoes, Behanzin refused to bow down. When the French tried to claim his ports in 1890, he famously declared, "My kingdom is like a ripe fruit. If you try to take it, it will fall, but it will fall with blood." And boy, did he back up his words with action. His army, including the legendary Amazons of Dahomey, was so well trained that they initially pushed back both French and British forces. Using advanced military tactics and modern weapons he had cleverly acquired through trade, Behanzin's forces became the nightmare of colonial troops. What made him truly exceptional was his diplomatic wit. He played European powers against each other, negotiating with the British while fighting the French, and even sent emissaries to Queen Victoria herself. For years he managed to maintain his kingdom's independence through a brilliant combination of military strength and political savvy. But perhaps the most fascinating part of his story is how he challenged the European narrative of African savagery. Behanzin was highly educated, spoke multiple languages, and ran a sophisticated royal court that left European visitors in awe. He proved that African kingdoms were far from the uncivilized societies that colonial powers portrayed them to be. Though he was eventually forced into exile by overwhelming French forces in 1894, Behanzin's legacy lives on as a symbol of African resistance and dignity. He showed the world that African leaders could go toe-to-toe with European powers, both on the battlefield and in the diplomatic arena. Today, while his story might not be in every history book, Behanzin's spirit of defiance and his fight for sovereignty continues to inspire independence movements and leaders worldwide. He reminds us that history isn't just about who won or lost, but about those who dared to stand up for their principles regardless of the odds. Think about it. In an era when submitting to colonial powers was the norm, one African king chose to fight back, earning the respect of even his enemies. That's the legacy of King Behanzin of Dahomey, a testament to courage, wisdom, and the undying spirit of resistance.